Welcome back, everyone. We have Phil Atkins with us from Mental Health Recovery Services. You guys, maybe you're just showing off. This website's really, really cool. Tell us how it came about. Why
well, we wanted a new look kind of for the new year. We unrolled this in around September, but we really wanted to kick it off at the new year. We'd had our logo for a long time, and, working with a lot of the media things, I was just kind of tired.
Sick of it, yeah.
The other thing is that our role, we really have seen evolve over the course of the year. So we started working with Moto Media, and Corey and Chad at Moto Media worked with us to come up with a new logo. And we have kind of this flower, 60s flower kind of a look. And the idea behind it is it's not just a horribly attractive logo. It represents the fact that we bring a lot of people together. Sure. That we are at the board kind of see our role as convening people, bringing people together, bringing systems together that might not work together, people that might not work together for the betterment of the community. We saw in a clip earlier, Sherrod Brown talking about the need for mental health services, but if people can't access the mental health services that are here, or we certainly don't have enough money to pay for everything, so we've got to really work together, and that's what our new logo represents.
Yeah, and the thing I like about it, I was on it earlier. It's very practical too. Each petal kind of tells you, if a resource you may need, a person. That was kind of to make it a little more simple as well, right?
Yeah, we wanted it to be very interactive. We're putting a lot of video-based content. You can see a lot of these things that I do with WLAO hometown stations on the website. And we wanted people to have really good access. We have Facebook, we have Twitter, we have Pinterest, and all of those are available on the website. Every Friday, we have a blogger, Sarah Barrelsman, who blogs, and she does a great job. And we engaged her because she has kind of some personal issues with mental health and substance abuse, and is recovering, and is also a writer. And so she writes about her experiences, and really, really deep, provocative stuff that makes people think, and just is a different voice for us. We really like it.
It's a very good way to do things, because I think a lot of people get scared off from agencies because, in a sense, they're too clinical. I mean, you guys, down to earth isn't the right words, but you know what I mean, where you try to show that, hey, this is a real thing. We're not afraid to talk about mental illness, and come in. I mean, does that seem more welcoming for most folks?
I think so. When somebody is needing mental health help, the smallest thing can be a barrier. And we have one video on our website that talks about our crisis services, how to get to our crisis services. It gives the location. It tells you where to park. It shows you who you're going to talk to right when you walk in the door. Those are all things that in a crisis you don't want to have to think about. And we certainly don't want them to be a barrier, because we want those services to be utilized.
We have so many agencies around the area that deal with mental health issues, but you're right in the sense that I think a lot of people think of you guys first as almost a clearinghouse. Where do I go? Whether intentional or not, I mean, is that actually maybe a little more beneficial to the area, that they know, okay, we'll start with them, Phil and the rest of the gang can get me where I need to go?
I think so. We don't provide any direct counseling services. That's not our role. Our role is to go into our communities, Allen, Auglaize, and Hardin counties, and really talk with people and assess the communities to see what they need. Obviously, in some of our areas, and we need more services for heroin addiction. Some may need more services for bipolar disorder. So we really try to work with our local communities and, again, bring people together to tell us what they need. And then we go out and buy those services on behalf of our community from local agencies.
Everything that's going on lately, you've got the school shooting, Sherrod Brown was talking about gun violence, all these things. Do you find that you have to evolve a little bit as time goes on?
Oh, absolutely. And, we have to be responsive and proactive, not just reactive, and really think about, okay, what kind of services are going to be needed? And how do people access those services? It may be that a discussion board online, or a Facebook post, or some sort of engagement, a call to our hotline, that may be all that the person really needs. And so we have to really think, okay, it's not like looking in the phone book. I went to through my office to try to find a phone book the other day, and no one had one. So we don't use those things anymore nearly as much as we used to. So we've got to really be ahead of the game on how people can keep access. Yes.
Okay, last thing, let's tell people how they can get to the website.
All right. If you go to wecarepeople.org, very simple to remember. We kept our heart, the We Care heart. We updated it a little bit because that was part of our brand of all of our system agencies. But we updated it. Wecarepeople.org. You'll really, I think, find it a fun website.
That's very good. Thank you, Phil. Appreciate it. Don't go away. Medical news coming up next on Noon Edition.